I think we just don't block the camera. Okay. Yeah. All right. Domenico's here. Dr. Rob's here. She's over there. She's like, you guys need. She kept saying, you guys need to line up because we don't have white coats. I don't know what that means. Of course we don't. Also, there's not a Marxist. No. I'm not even in there. I think like it was kind of yeah, she's at a conference. She's canceled it on I told her so many people say yes, we let that go. So where's Krista? Was she at
She's at the table back there.
Are you leading us off?
I am.
All right.
Waiting for everybody to get here and then I'll
Great.
Wow,
Look at this crowd.
how about that? We're excited. Well, good afternoon. What a great crowd. Welcome to a historic day in the life of our vibrant university. I would like to offer a special welcome to Governor Pritzker, his staff, to Representative Monica Bristow, to Senator Rochelle Odd-Crow, to Representative Jay Hoffman, and to Representative Katie Stewart, as well as our local elected officials from Edwardsville and Madison County. Thank you all for being here today. I think we had a couple of other individuals here, Senator Chris Belt and Representative Latoya Greenwood. Thank you for being here. I would also like to welcome our SIUE System Trustee, Mackenzie Rogers. And because, as all of you know, SIUE is student-centric, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our student speaker today, Jessica Hamill, you'll hear from in just a moment. Today is a milestone for Southern Illinois University Edwardsville, and we are honored to have you here for an exciting announcement regarding the SIUE Health Science Program. Synergistic efforts began 18 years ago in 2002 with the approval to create our School of Pharmacy and the construction of interim facilities in 2005. But 12 years ago, SIUE began to entertain the dream of unifying pharmacy, nursing, and the other related disciplines to serve Central and Southern Illinois, looking to expand SIUE and SIU systems leadership in health science education. That dream can now become a reality thanks to the support of the state of Illinois and the governor's office. This project will consist of a one-year design process and is anticipated to be followed by a two-year construction timeline. The $105.3 million health science complex will include a new building of over 221,000 square feet. It will house the nursing program, the School of Pharmacy program, and the related health sciences programs. This design will allow nursing, pharmacy, and the allied health disciplines to share instructional resources and foster collaboration between the programs. The Health Sciences Building will provide modern classrooms, teaching and research laboratories, faculty offices, administrative spaces, and student resource and study spaces. It will also increase the capacity to admit more nursing students, an identifiable need in the state of Illinois, and increase the size of the nursing simulation laboratory. And we all want skilled healthcare providers who have had lots of practice, preferably on mannequins and other simulation devices. This program expansion will have far-reaching benefits, also addressing needs in physical therapy, occupational therapy, psychiatric, mental health care and nursing, and other emergent needs. SIUE is indebted to the governor and to the state of Illinois for making it possible to address the most pressing nursing and health workforce challenges in Illinois, as well as providing undergraduate and graduate students access to a full spectrum, state-of-the-art clinical laboratory and education facility. The facility will also create synergies to expand interdisciplinary research and support for critical issues in health science and healthcare, community and industry partnerships, and ongoing career development, benefiting all parts of our state and beyond. And now, I would like to introduce the person who is at the helm of this important initiative. Governor J.B. Pritzker, Illinois' 43rd governor, took office on January 14, 2019. Some of the governor's accomplishments during his first year in office include passing a balanced budget, increased funding for education and human services, and the development of Rebuild Illinois, a $45 billion capital plan for upgrades and improvements to Illinois' infrastructure. Governor, I hope SIUE is beginning to feel like home. I'll remind the audience that the governor was on our campus this past summer to sign House Bill 2239, giving full voting rights to both SIUE and SIUC student trustees. Please remember, Governor, you are always welcome to return. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now our pleasure to welcome Governor Pritzker back to Southern Illinois University Edwardsville. Governor, thank you for your support for public higher education in Illinois.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It is great to be back here at SIUE, and I really appreciate Chancellor Pembroke's welcome to me and his kind words. Honestly, I love coming to this campus. I love to see all of you here. All the white coats make me a little bit nervous, I have to admit. But we are really glad that you're being educated right here at SIUE. I also want to offer my congratulations to all of SIUE on your new Dean of Students, Kara Schustrin. Is Kara here? Way in the back, okay. Congratulations, yep. You've brought so much to Edwardsville, to the community here, and I'm really excited to see the great work that you're going to do in this new role. And I'm so glad to be here today with the SIU faculty and staff, with the leaders that are behind me, Leader Jay Hoffman, with Representatives Bristow and Stewart and Greenwood, Senators Belt and Odd-Crow, who I get the privilege of working with in Springfield, and they're all doing really terrific work. People are working together, working across the aisle to get real things done for all of you. And of course, I'm honored to be here with one of your own students, Jessica, who's going to speak a little later and speak on your behalf, talking a little bit about the nursing program, I think. But today we celebrate not just the release of capital for this campus, but also the end of an era. For too long, our state government sat idly and allowed our institutions of higher education to amass a multi-billion-dollar backlog of badly needed building upgrades and maintenance. It's as if elected officials had forgotten that giving young people the tools that they need to shape your futures is one of the best investments that we can make. What's more, over those years of neglect, our public universities became less and less affordable. Those days are coming to an end. Now, we can't reverse all of the mistakes. We can't reverse all the mistakes of the past overnight. But in the first year of my administration, we've made big strides. We passed a bipartisan balanced budget. Let me stop right there. Because I just want a side note. I got to travel to the National Council of State Legislators, and they were meeting in Tennessee, all the state legislators from around the country. They invited me to speak about the balanced budget that we had passed and what we were doing in Illinois, and I stood up and said, it's one of our great accomplishments. We passed a bipartisan balanced budget, and literally utter silence. And I said, no, you don't understand. I'm from Illinois. And then I got a standing O. Everybody understands what's gone on here for the last few years. But that bipartisan balanced budget increases funding for public universities and community colleges, allowing our educational institutions to invest in our faculty and the services, and all of which will pay dividends for our students. And we've made college more affordable through the expansion of merit-based scholarships and MAP grants for 10,000 additional students, while at the same time increasing the size of those grants. Now, 10,000 additional students in the state of Illinois is a big deal, and we're going to keep working on it because I think we need to make college affordable for everybody in the state. And of course, the reason that we're here today, we are finally investing in rebuilding and restoring our college campuses with the most robust capital plan in the history of our state, which passed the legislature once again with bipartisan support. My goal has been to reshape our state for the future, and we're doing it together, step by step. On that note, I am so proud to be here today to launch, of course, the design phase of the brand new health science building here at SIU Edwardsville. Already SIUE has made a name for itself in the health sciences programs, stretching from the standalone schools of pharmacy and nursing and dental medicine to the programs in public health and exercise science and nutrition, just to name a few. Upon completion, this state-of-the-art facility at 220,000 square feet will be the largest on the SIUE campus, and it will build on the way that those programs are integrated together, allowing students and professors to learn together across disciplines in a collaborative space. And what a space it will be. Modern classrooms, teaching and research labs, new offices, and new study spaces. Perhaps just as importantly, this building will increase the School of Nursing's enrollment capacity at a crucial moment because Illinois faces a nursing shortage across a number of specialties. And that means that the students who learn at this facility will be preparing for good-paying jobs that are already there in a field that is growing. And the high quality of the programs here means that our students will be the leaders in that profession. The future of our state is in education. I think you all know that. And the choices that we make about our schools now will determine the quality of our future. With this investment, we're giving SIUE's current and future students a world-class education in a world-class facility, and we're providing employers with world-class talent from one of our state's greatest institutions. So let me conclude today by saying that I had my one-year anniversary as governor just last week, and actually my birthday was last Sunday, and I had to spend it in Springfield in the state Senate swearing in a new Senate president. Not exactly what I had in mind, but I guess it's a good present for a new governor to get a new Senate president. But in the year that I've spent in office, and although it's been a short time, we've had some real success, and it wouldn't have been possible without my partners in the General Assembly, some of whom stand behind me today. But I want you all to know that the people that represent you, I said this at the beginning, but it's very important for you to know, these folks who represent you that stand behind me, they're some of the leaders in Springfield. Others look to the people behind me when they want to know what direction we ought to go, how they ought to vote on various issues. You're smart to have elected these folks and sent them to Springfield to represent you, because I am lucky enough to be able to report back to you that I couldn't accomplish the things that we've done without them. So it's now my great pleasure to introduce a real champion for this entire region, a person that I rely upon, someone who's literally elected a leader in Springfield, and that's my friend Jay Hoffman.
Well, thank you, Governor Pritzker. The previous individual who held your office really hurt higher education, and thank you for bringing a fresh process and fresh air to Springfield and your commitment to higher education and SIU Edwardsville in particular. Thank you, Governor. Senator Crow, Senator Belt, Latoya Greenwood, Representative Greenwood, Representative Katie Stewart, Representative Monica Bristow, all of these folks worked tirelessly to get this Capitol bill passed. The day after the governor, or maybe 2 days after the governor was elected in November of 2018, I got a call from the governor's office asking to serve on the transition team regarding infrastructure improvements. It'd been 9 long years since we had a Capitol bill to address the infrastructure needs of Illinois. 9 long years. The governor promised when he ran for office that this was going to be his priority, one of his many priorities, to create jobs, economic development by addressing the infrastructure needs, not only schools, but roads, bridges, and other infrastructure needs in the state. So we began the work with the governor's office, and it all culminated in a $45 billion, $45 billion with a B, Capitol bill that was passed last May. The folks that are standing up here worked very hard to make this happen. You don't vote for these things and then say, well, we're voting for it, but we really don't need anything in our area, right? You vote for these things to address needs in your area and infrastructure needs in your area. Let me just talk to you real briefly about what the SIU system in general is getting just this first year and as a result of this capital program. We talked about the construction of the health science building here at SIU Edwardsville. That's $105 million. At SIU Carbondale, construction of a communications building, that's $83 million. Over $100 million in deferred maintenance for the SIU system, whether it's the medical building, the East St. Louis campus, the dental school that is in Monica's district. There's going to be a commitment to making sure those facilities are fixed and they're brought up to speed. All of this couldn't happen if it wasn't for the support of organized labor. And I see Tatsi Bailey, who's the head of the building trades, give organized labor a round of applause for all the work that they do. And there are several others who are representing, whether it be the iron workers or the electricians. And I see my good friend Glenn Ramage. Glenn is on the Capital Development Board, and he's also the head of the District Council of Laborers. He is on the Illinois Capital Development Board that will oversee the building of these fine facilities. So don't mess that up, Glenn, all right? I would just once again thank the governor, not only for a commitment to this infrastructure improvement. Let me just say there was a time during this session where some were saying we can't do this. We can't figure out a way to fund it, and we should just do roads and bridges. But the governor and everybody here said, no, we're going to address the roads and bridge needs of the state, but we're going to make a commitment to education, higher education, and what you would call vertical buildings as well. And that's how we got to where we are today. That commitment, that hard work, that bipartisanship that we brought to Springfield this legislative session. So with that, I'm honored to introduce Jessica Hamill. Jessica is a senior nursing student here at SIU. She is a Lincoln Laureate, and she tells me, and I didn't know this, but there is one Lincoln Laureate from every four-year institution in the state of Illinois. It's quite an accomplishment. It's quite an award, something that I never got, or was I even nominated for. So with that, the reason we're doing this today is for students, so that students and faculty have the best and the brightest and can really address issues for making sure people are trained for the future. And I am proud to introduce Jessica to talk about SIU Edwardsville.
Thank you, Representative Hoffman. On behalf of the SIUE School of Nursing, School of Pharmacy, and the Department of Applied Health in the School of Education, Health, and Human Behavior, I want to convey how thrilled we are to hear that we will have a new health science building and want to express our gratitude to the Honorable Governor Pritzker for this exciting moment. This new building will provide SIUE nursing, pharmacy, and applied health students the opportunity to learn professional skills in an innovative, state-of-the-art Simulation Laboratory Learning Center, to engage in interprofessional education, and to participate in biomedical and clinical research, all with the goal of enhancing collaboration among the health professions for improved healthcare delivery throughout the state of Illinois and the region. Your commitment of resources to this building will continue to encourage the growth of health sciences at the baccalaureate, professional, and graduate levels on this campus. Students from the Southern Illinois region and beyond will be eager to attend school at SIUE in a new, modern facility. Specifically, the goal of attracting more SIUE nursing students to address the shortage of RNs and advanced practice providers in the rural Southern Illinois region will be realized. Our undergraduate, professional, and graduate students alike will reap the benefits of this new learning center. Opportunities for faculty and students to engage in multidisciplinary research will be supported through the proximity and availability of resources this building will provide. A building such as this can support enhanced technological training and assessment, as well as community outreach opportunities with our clinical partners. I'm nearing graduation, but I can't wait to come back and earn my graduate nursing degree in this new building. Thank you, Governor Pritzker.
These are all the state reps who made all this happen, so.
Real quick, you were talking a little bit about it on stage, but if you could for our cameras here.
Yes.
You really seem like you're excited about this. Can you tell us why this is so important, not only for SIUE, but this entire community?
Well, our capital bill is investing in our universities. It's been far too long, frankly, and since we rebuilt the buildings on campus and built new ones. And here at SIUE, where it's growing like a weed, and especially the health sciences here, it's very important for them to build this new building which will connect all of their health science programs. So whether it's pharmacy or nursing or nutrition, they'll all be able to connect. This interdisciplinary effort will make the students much better off as graduates from those programs, and it will help attract more students to this state and to this region.
I think Mr. Hoffman was talking a little bit about it. How dire of a situation were we in from an educational standpoint with higher education? I know, not to politicize it, I know both sides have been talking about it, but what were some of the realities that we were facing, or SIU was facing, without getting something?
In the last few years, we had a terrible situation for students and faculty in our universities. Enrollment was declining year after year. We had no investment in the buildings and campuses where we need to build them up, frankly, so we can attract new students. When I came into office, I pledged that we would not only rebuild the buildings on campus, but also make college more affordable. So we did that, and 10,000 additional students are able to go to school in the state of Illinois affordably as a result of the work that I did with the General Assembly, the people who are standing behind me. So I'm very proud. We've increased enrollment this year for the first time in a number of years. We had declining enrollment all the previous years. This year we have a mild increase in enrollment, and we intend next year to see a significant increase.
And that enrollment where?
Across the state's university. SIUE, of course, has done very well. The SIU system, we've got to continue to bolster college affordability. And then across all of the directional universities, University of Illinois and so on, we want to make sure that the kids who grow up in Illinois can go to school, college and university right here.
Are the administration offices from SIUE moving to Springfield? And if they are, how do you think that might benefit?
That's going to be a decision that gets made by SIU, not something that I'm deciding at all, but that is certainly something available to them.
I had a question asked from our sister station in Chicago.
Sure.
Mr. Harmon announced last night that he was stepping down from his law firm. Do you think more leaders in Springfield should maybe follow suit, maybe show action like that to put emphasis maybe just in one area?
Well, we have a citizen legislature, and so what we demand of our legislators is that they bring with them the experience of being a lawyer, being a doctor, working in business, being a farmer. In Illinois, we chose long ago to have a legislature made up of people from vastly different experiences. So I don't think there's any requirement for people to step aside from their jobs. What is important is that when they're voting on issues, that they're abstaining from voting on things that directly impact or benefit them. And as you know, I'm working very hard with legislators to pass ethics legislation in Springfield so that we don't have to worry anymore about what's happening, about legislators getting in trouble as they have been over the last few months. It's very important to me that we bring transparency so that we know what the conflicts of interest are, and that we let you, the members of the press and the public, be able to look up and see how much power is a company wielding upon a legislator. How much money are they really giving? How many lobbyists do they have that are working over that legislator? So I think the more transparency there is about that, the less likely it is that we're going to have problems going forward. Thank you.
Is that it? All right, thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, I sent you a couple links with Governor Pritzker.
Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Madison. I'm the editor